Yo, what's up? We are back on the source with the second half of tonight's picks. Hopefully you already watched the first half, part one. I ran through the first 5 games. Now I'm running through the second half, the last 5 games. Let's jump right into it because I'm running late.
Welcome to the source. Hey, get the source. The source. The source. Hey, get the source.
All right, we got Magic Grizzlies in Orlando. These two teams just played last night in Memphis. Now they're in Orlando for the rematch. Grizzlies smacked them the first time, completely smacked them. This line opened up Orlando plus 11. All the money is on the Grizzlies all morning into the afternoon. Consensus line moves from 11 to Orlando plus 11.5. Right now, definitely leaning Memphis Grizzlies. I know they're on the road, and I know that teams in these doubleheaders, they usually split against the spread, but there's just way too much of a talent drop-off from the Memphis Grizzlies to the Orlando Magic. I do want to see an updated injury report for Okeke and for Terrence Ross for the Magic. Two definite difference makers for the Magic. This pick is not going on the menu anyway, but if Okeke and Terrence Ross both don't play, there's a chance Memphis minus 11.5 sneaks its way onto the menu. So Grizzlies minus 11.5. Not on the menu for now. Anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, and Facebook. Next game. Next game up is Hawks versus Bulls in Atlanta. This line opened with the Hawks laying 5 points at home to the Bulls here. Early action is all over the Hawks. We're talking 81% of early money on Atlanta. In the late morning, we got a surge of Chicago Bulls money that came in, but it was short-lived because right after that, money went right back to the Hawks. Consensus line jumps from 5 all the way up to Atlanta minus 6.5. I feel like the Hawks have such a huge advantage in this game matchup-wise. Capella's horrible for Vucevic. Capella will give Vucevic problems on both sides of the floor. We know Vucevic is a very talented scorer, but Capella's a big, long body, good defender. That's going to be tough for him. And on the other side, not that many talk about Vucevic's defensive struggles. He makes the occasional defensive play, and he actually had a good game defensively against the Knicks this past week, but Vucevic is a subpar defender at best. If you look at Chicago Bulls analytics over the past month, their number one weakness is stopping centers. Centers eat on the Bulls, and I'm not going to blame the whole thing on Vucevic, but obviously he's playing the 5 for a majority of the game, so he has to take some of the blame. Before I put it on the menu, one more thing though. Obviously, I would feel a little more comfortable laying 6.5 if the Hawks were hitting their outside shots. Bogdanovic and Kevin Huerter, both questionable. So I'm going to put Hawks minus 6.5 up. I'm going to put it on the menu. If both of them don't play, I'm most likely taking it off. All I need is one, Bogdanovic or Kevin Huerter, and I'll bet this on the menu. But if both don't play, probably being taken off. So Hawks minus 6.5. If anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, Facebook. Next game. Next game up, Wizards versus Mavericks in Dallas. This line opened Dallas minus 5.5. Both early bets and early money leaning Washington. Consensus line drops from 5.5 down to Dallas minus 5. We're still looking at the same kind of action in the afternoon. As of 2:30 p.m., both bets and money still leaning Washington. This one sucks because situationally, Dallas is the correct play. They're at home. They've had a day's rest. A couple of their guys, including Luka, even sat the last game, so they're going to be even better rested. Washington's on a back-to-back road game, so there's a travel in there. So yeah, situationally, Dallas minus 5 is the correct play. But yo, the Wizards are playing out of their minds. They've won 10 of their last 11. Their only loss is an overtime loss to the Spurs, another red-hot team. I'm disregarding the situation and I'm just taking Washington plus 5. I feel like I'm getting the better team and I'm getting 5 points. I know that Dallas is going to be more rested, but Washington's playing crazy right now. I'm riding with them. Washington plus 5 on the menu. If anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, Facebook. Next game. Next game up, Clippers versus Nuggets in LA. The line opened with the Clips laying 5 points here. Money is all over the Clippers all morning into the afternoon. As of 2:30 p.m., we're looking at 97% of the money on the Clippers, and the consensus line is now Clips minus 5.5. Kawhi Leonard is questionable. From what I'm reading, it looks like he might play. To be honest, I'm just staying away from this game. I'm going to put Clippers minus 5.5 up here, but I have no clue. The Nuggets have played really well recently, but I'm really going to fade the Clippers at home with Kawhi back. I'm staying away. Clippers minus 5.5 is the pick, but I'm staying away from the game, not on the menu. Anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, Facebook. Next game. Last game of the night, Jazz versus Raptors in Utah. This line opened with the Jazz laying 7.5. And I'm going to tell you straight up, the Raptors are winning this game. Bets and money are even throughout the morning into the afternoon, but the line continues to drop from 7.5 down to 7, down to 6. Why? It's because the books don't want you betting the Raptors. The books like the Raptors here. They want you to bet the Jazz. I know Kyle Lowry is out for Toronto, so is Gary Trent Jr. Donovan Mitchell is out for Utah, though, and Mike Conley's questionable, so both teams missing some of their backcourt. The Jazz, without Donovan Mitchell, have not been covering the spread. I keep saying this over and over again. They've not been covering the spread. Give me the Raptors. Since Toronto got their guys back from injury, maybe like 5 or 6 games ago, look at their schedule. They played an insane schedule at Denver, Nets twice, Knicks. They're playing in a ridiculous schedule right now. This team is better than people think. I think they win this game straight up. So give me Raptors plus 6.5. I'm throwing it on the menu. Anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, and Facebook. All right, that's it for tonight's games. I'll be sending out a parlay and a round robin later like I always do. If you're on the VIP list and you have not received your menu by 6 p.m. Eastern time, contact me directly immediately. You will have it by 6 p.m. Eastern time, guaranteed. As always, play smart tonight. We're up huge this week. We're up insane units this week. There's no reason to chase anything. Let's keep landing jabs. Let's keep watching that bankroll go up. Pick your spots. Let's make some money tonight. I'll talk to you guys on Twitter.